Hiya, thank you for joining me. This is my first long, slow run since running the Eugene Marathon 2024. Did a race pace run yesterday, just a short one, but felt pretty good, but I'm definitely sore. I can feel calf muscles and knees and ankles and back and shoulders and everything just starting to fire up again. Feels pretty good. Get everything moving. All right, let's go. So now's as good time as any to talk about marathon being my first marathon, how I felt afterwards and during, and what I think I did wrong and what my body told me I did wrong. So I know the first mistake was, of course, that I did the same mistake a lot of beginners do, is I just came out too strong. Now that actually was my plan, because I thought it was my good starting pace, but I was a good foot faster. So the first 10 miles, everything was on target, hitting my pace perfect for my plan. And of course, walking the hills, because I had felt like I'd done enough hill training that I could pull ahead of some of the pack on the hills. And then around mile 14 and 16, I started feeling that crash. And I realized my pace was going down. I was losing time. Every few miles I realized it. Now, I did not hit my target time, but I finished. And it taught me a lot. A lot about marathons in general. Taught me some new stuff about running and some stuff about myself. I feel like I probably could have maintained my pace appropriately, but for the one mistake, is I thought I had trained hills enough. I was not prepared. So in the hills at the beginning of the Eugene Marathon, they're all in the first 9 miles, and I used that as, thinking I had the strength to pass people on the hills, because everybody slowed down for the hills. Yeah, I wasn't as trained on those hills as I thought I was. So, moving forward, I am going to put some hill training in my training, some hill running in my training, more so than I did previously. I've also, as I explained earlier, I'm doing tempo runs, not tempo, but, I am doing tempo runs and pace runs, progressive runs, maybe some fartleks. Basically, gonna work on some speed training, build up some more of that speed endurance, as well as strength. I think my biggest downfall at the marathon was trying to attack those hills like I did, thinking I had that power, and I did not. I failed. And at the end, I was down. It was a slog fest. But I succeeded in finishing. Now the next step is definitely start hitting some goal time, get my training on target now that I've experienced one race. Come on, let's go! Some of the things that I've been working on post-marathon was realizing another aspect of my training that I really want to focus on and work on is the recovery. I wasn't spending enough time really paying attention to my recovery after and between runs. So I started, for those of you who've been following along, doing my moving meditative stretching. I call it MMs. And seeing as I'm 48, I do 48 minutes worth. So I'm really making sure I do that every single day, whether I gotta run or not. Yeah. And it's important to get that stretching in, not just in the mornings when I wake up because I'm stiff from sleeping all night, but do stretching after your runs. And some people are worried they're doing too much stretching, not running enough, but I feel like my running load plan is going to be fine, so I want to increase my stretching. I think it'll be beneficial for me. My previous training plan consisted of base runs and long runs and about 2 recovery runs, maybe 3. Nothing more. No speed runs, no progressive runs, no tempo runs, no race-based runs. It also involved cross training, which as you all know, those who follow me, I bicycle a lot. That's cross training. So now that the marathon's over and I learned from it, I'm going to be instituting a lot more variations in my running. Not only to build strength, but to build speed, to build even more stamina, and I'll still put up the miles of the endurance and the aerobic fitness to still be building. I'll just advance my training that much more. Another thing that I did post-marathon when I was in recovery is I met with Gina there at A Family for Every Child. And I did a wonderful interview with her. So be looking for that to drop soon. I'm in editing right now, compiling all the fun stuff. Pretty informative stuff. It's worth checking out. So I had planned on an 8-mile LSR today. However, the pace run yesterday decided differently for me. Instead, I cut it off at 8K. Listening to my body, being post-marathon recovery, I decided that there's plenty of time to push it in the future. Right now, just getting back into running, I don't want to damage anything. Definitely don't want to get any injuries. So I listened to my body and cut it down. Shut it down. So if we're gonna go, let's go healthy. And let's go injury-free. I thank all my family, friends, fans, and followers, 4Fs, for sticking around with me through this journey. And it's only just beginning. Looking forward, I do have a couple more interviews I'd like to get scheduled on the books. I have some product reviews that I'd either like to push or flop. And I also have a couple races that I'm looking forward to this summer. Moving forward, my next marathon in play will be Apple Pre-Marathon in Vancouver in September. So that'll be the next big race I do, but again, that's not to say I won't catch any little fun things along the way. So again, I appreciate you sticking around, and we got more to look forward to. So come on, let's go.